Hello friends, have you ever wondered why we remember some events so vividly while other events fade away? That's where emotions come into the picture. We humans are emotional beings. So what are emotions? Emotions are usually thought of as subjective feelings which color our experience like joy, fear, anger, etc. But there is another way to look at emotions. You know what? Emotions not only color your experience, they also strengthen the memory of your experience. They basically burn the memory of the experience into your brain. Think of emotions as biological highlighters. Have you ever used a highlighter pen during exams? That's exactly what emotions do in your brain. They tag important events and label them as important. This tagging is not a one time event. Emotions keep triggering your memory and make you replay the experience in your mind again and again. And when you keep replaying the event in your mind, the memory of the event automatically gets reinforced. Let's imagine you're talking with someone and that person insults you in some way. When you're returning home, how many times do you replay that conversation in your mind? You may ask yourself, what did I do wrong? Why is he so arrogant? And you rethink and analyze every word spoken in that conversation. You can't easily stop thinking about it. That's how emotions reinforce the memory of the event. We spoke about memory as a survival tool, how a small animal who is forgetful is unlikely to survive danger. Now, the function of emotions is to strengthen your memories. Emotions don't just tell you where not to go, they tell you what to avoid at all costs. Never ever go there again. Danger. Never ever talk to him again. He insulted you. You get the point? If memory is like a lifeguard, emotion is like a experienced and trained lifeguard. Absolutely no room for mistakes here. That's how memory and emotions co evolved, and as expected, they use the same part of the brain for functioning, the limbic lobe. The amygdala, our brain's emotional center, is very close to the hippocampus, which files memories into the cortex. So, as the hippocampus goes about its job, sometimes the amygdala keeps giving instructions about what is really important. That's why you'll never forget the time you got humiliated, and also you'll never forget the time you achieved something and people appreciated you. You'll never forget your first love and your first rejection. You'll never forget the day you almost died in an accident. Because these are all emotional moments, and as such, they have survival value. We already noted that our society rewards memory and intelligence, be it in school or the workplace or in sports. Sports require a special type of memory called motor memory. Now, coming to the important point, from what we have just discussed, if someone has good memory or intelligence, it stands to reason that they have good emotional reinforcement. Just take some time to observe that statement. If someone is a high achiever, that means they have rich emotional lives. The successful school child, he definitely feared his teachers more. He felt more shame when he failed, and he felt more joy when he scored first rank. Similarly, we can apply this to successful sports people. They relish success more and they fear failure more. Successful people experience all these emotions more than the average person. But the whole world will know only their achievements, but not their inner struggles. Am I right? You won't know what it took for them to achieve. But what happens when emotions get out of control? Let's say a famous tennis player who's just won an international tennis tournament expresses his emotions in public by crying once. Okay, only once. The public will admire him and even accept him. But what happens to a person who keeps crying? Someone who can't control their emotions. You quickly lose respect for them, right? They end up being called crazy or mad. So, on one side, you need strong emotions to be a high achiever, but if the emotions get out of control, the story changes upside down. That's why emotional intelligence is extremely important. Like someone said, there's a fine line between genius and crazy. Do you agree? Let me know in the comments what you think. In the next video, we'll talk about how these memories contribute to your self image. Till then, bye.